Graham Smith and A.B. de Villiers are making their way out there with a handy lead of 88, but that's not the problems over for Graham Smith. He's got to overcome a little bit of a problem in terms of his own form, but then he's got to think about declarations and how many overs he needs to bowl India out. And I suppose another one is how quickly they score. Daryl, we're talking off air. There's lots of balls in the air.
Well, realistically, if we factor in the bad weather and the light situation, then they're going to have to bat quickly. They're going to have to almost go at 4 and over. And someone is going to have to play a dream knock. I think at least 90 overs, giving them a second chance with the second new ball, will be what South Africa ideally would like. But it's also dangerous. That's a powerful Indian batting lineup. A guy like Tendulkar and Laxman get going. That may not be enough. And do they run the risk of going 2 down in the series and losing it here? Or they think about leaving it all for Cape Town?
You tell me. It's a toughie, isn't it? It really is, because I think they fancy themselves. They do feel that they're a better side than India, but you've always got this in the back of your mind. Your captain's out of form. What sort of declaration will Sehwag suddenly come to the party when he's been nowhere? All that will unfold in the next day or so. Here we go. And they're off straight away, so there's intent there. There's intent there. Not sure Graham Smith was ready for that.
Was a bit on his heels. De Villiers on this occasion taking the first ball. They do rotate that, Smith and De Villiers, when they open the batting. Smith took it in the first innings. Well, if ever there was going to be a time when we see what brave cricket is all about, now is the time.
Yeah, it's a word that's been used a bit. And you can use it all you like, but you've got to play it. And we shall see. First ball for Graham Smith. Will it be the one that tails into the left-hander?
Right there, no!
Theoretically 57 overs left today, so if you score at 4 and over, like you say, Daryl, they'll be able to clear overnight if you want to set them 300. And there's Graham Smith. He definitely needs a score, as you can see on the screen. Ironic cheer as he got bat on ball. I think there might be a result here. There just might be. Bit tough when you play a home game and you get jeered.
You won't be much longer when the light will come into play, and one feels South Africa will have to play through that. It's going to be tough going for their top 4 or 5 here today. But he had a good start to the day, Graham Smith, and it may just continue.
Wait!
Bowlers did the job for him. I thought their thinking and strategy worked well. It's good to see them being innovative and coming out with the two-paced attack from both ends, bowling one net, which eventually unsettled Tendulkar into making an error. So it has gone for him, so you'll feel confident about that at least.
Closer to the stumps, and that's the one. Trying to present the full face, and that's what everybody's been talking about, playing slightly across the line. He's a man under a little bit of pressure as well. He wants the captain to do well. Just tailing in a little bit, inner half of the bat. Yeah, if you were being picky, I would have gone with Pollock for a little few this morning. And how come Morne Morkel bowls so many no balls? That's the other thing that they've got to work on. So there's a couple of areas to work on for South Africa. Oops, off the edge. The arms go up. 1 for none. There we go. As you say, if it doesn't swing, that's what's going to happen. And he's going to go after them, A.B. de Villiers, and that might be just the catalyst that Graham Smith needs. It'll take the pressure off him to score quickly.
The cracking shot. That's as good as a square drive can be.
just a little bit of light there for Sri Santh because it was a little bit away from the body. Beautifully struck, backed his eye.
Tries to catch it, but it's gone through the covers for 4. It's a wider delivery. Maybe de Villiers hit that pretty well. Got his left shoulder through the line of the ball a lot better than he did in the first innings. Still the foot coming straight down the pitch, which is a problem. But at least on this occasion he got his hands through better and he timed the ball well.
Yes. Well, runs for Smith straight away. Short ball. Controlled it nicely on that occasion. Well, that goes into the boundary. It's a good start for the South African captain. Straight away after tea.
Terrible fielding, mind you. Really is very awful because there's a player running towards him. All he has to do is parry it away here, VRV Singh, and he's missed it completely. Yeah, look at the position he gets into. It hurries on him and then he just throws it into the boundary. All he had to do was scoop it back. There's a player about 2 or 3 yards from him. Oh, he's got that one away. Just a little bit of width. That'll do him a lot of good. His confidence.
He doesn't swing the ball much. He's more a bowler who hits the deck, and there was width on offer. That was well played. He got across nicely. Used the depth of the crease in going back to give him that extra bit of time. Nice shot. This will go for 4. The control was good there from AB de Villiers. Didn't come really hard at the ball. Just easing it through the offside.
Yeah, maybe a bit of fatigue just setting in for Zahir Khan. He's into his 9th straight over. And whilst it is overcast, it's still pretty hot out there. Nicely played. Angled away through the gap, just opening the face to make sure that you miss the fielder. Good play from de Villiers.
He'll take that. Almost with disdain, he's hit that for 4. 2 better than this one. 165, Rudolph and Hall, Sri Lanka in Colombo. And Gibbs and Hall also in Colombo. And then back in 205, de Villiers and Smith.
And certainly some swing there, but Graham Smith had that covered. Beautifully put away.
Well, he's been so good, Zahir Khan, to Smith, where he's dragged him across his crease before he bowled one of these. And Smith there is equal to the task.
Beautiful shot. That's more like the Smith, you know. Standing up tall and punching it past square leg.
He's very strong in that area, Graham Smith. Don't stray onto those pads.
That's gone through. Past gully and into the boundary. Was in the air for a bit.
It has that sort of should I or shouldn't I look about this shot. Should I play it or should I leave it alone? He's a little bit tentative outside off stump there. He's aware of what the bowlers are trying to do to him, is AB de Villiers. So he's fighting that little battle mentally about what he should be playing or not.
Now that's a good shot, because he waited on it a little bit longer and didn't try and knock the cover off it. It's easing it through the offside for 4.
He does look determined to play a long innings here this morning, AB de Villiers. How good was the stride? Left him, and as Ravi Shastri said, he just stayed on the shot. Talented man, he has good hands, good hand-eye coordination.
He's got hold of that. Fractionally short, and he was onto it in a flash. 90 for no loss. Nice roll of the wrist, hit it in front of square. 7th boundary for Graham Smith.
He's got that away very cleverly in the end. Got a bit of steep bounce, and I think played that quite well.
Very well, in fact. Controlled that beautifully. There is a gully there. He got it past him. In that gap, nicely played. And there's no third man. 4 more. And out. Yep, that's out. It's carried. Everyone sort of didn't think it was. A muted celebration by the Indians. Good delivery. And I think it might well be referred. That's out.
I think Graham Smith has said to AB, listen, mate, there's a little bit of doubt there. Why don't you hang around? It's going to be referred, and the one bit that I think might have got into a couple of doubting minds was the sort of delayed, that's a great catch that one of the fielders came up with, as if to emphasise the fact that it had carried. Laxman's the fielder. Out.
I think AB de Villiers is pretty sure when he looked back there. Yeah, I think he's heading off. That for me is a clean catch, no problem. And he is walking off now. Good knock. Out, it says on the big screen. South Africa now lead by 187. And AB de Villiers goes for 47. It's 99 for 1. Cut away in 4. Good shot.
Good footwork here from Smith. Placement of the back foot, back and across. There. Waits for the ball to get under his eyes. Puts it away comfortably. Moves on to 46. That's his 50. His 15th.
That's a big milestone for Graham Smith. That is a lot of character to come back from where he was. He's a very positive bloke anyway, but it's going to need something like that to get there. He's had to work hard since yesterday. And he's got 50. First 50 of the series.
That looks quite straight. It does look quite straight. Amla's gone. He's playing it on the onside, but that's a favourite sort of stroke of his. Just looking from here, we obviously got the batsman's back to us, but it looked pretty straight, Alan.
Well, we'll see this from the front shot, and again, Amla. That's one of his favourite shots. You don't bowl too straight to him. Where does this go? Would have thought probably clipping leg stump, and that was good enough for the umpire. Well, Amla goes for a duck. South Africa now 108 for 2.
That's beaten Dhoni, and it'll run away for 4 byes, I think. Yep.
Well, it's done the keeper completely.
Go on, boys.
It's gone down the leg side. And we won't see it from this angle, but it looks like it's gone, as it's gone past him, it's just kept going the other way, swinging out from down the leg side. Oh, easy.
Reverse swing. Pulled away by Smith, beginning to dominate just a little bit now, found his feet. 4 more. Time also for a change in the commentary box. Kepler Wessels has moved into Alan Donald's seat, and Barry Richards will shortly be in mine.
Good shot by Graham Smith. He'll be feeling a lot better after completing his first half century for some time. Looking a lot more confident on this 4th morning. South Africa really very well placed with a lead of 205.
More runs for Smith. 4, in fact. Starting to blossom and starting to dominate, which is something that hasn't happened for a while. The lead now well over 200. Surprised Kumble hasn't bowled. I'm very surprised.
Definitely. I think Sreesanth has just been bowling too many overs this morning. He's had a very good test series, but I think he's been over bowled. Kumble would be a good choice just to keep the runs down, perhaps nip out another 1 or 2 wickets, because that's the only thing that will slow the South African run rate down is the fall of wickets now.
Also, he'd be bowling to Smith, who's got a bit of rough outside the left-hander's off stump. Something to aim for Kumble. Bowled him! Again, playing across the line and just a little bit of movement. I think Graham Smith fooled himself. He thought he was back in form and could do anything. He was timing the ball pretty well, hit quite a lot of boundaries, but again, falling to that one across the line.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed when he sees that, particularly considering the fact that he was just starting to blossom, just starting to look good, but at least he got a few runs under his belt, so he'll feel a little bit better. 121 for 3.
That's gone in the air and he's gone. So the hero, gee whiz, this is a good little passage of play for India. Ashwell Prince caught on the crease. So often happens. 100 in the first innings, 0 in the second. Sreesanth again.
Good delivery. The extra bounce led to Ashwell Prince's undoing. Outside edge straight to Ganguly at first slip, who takes a comfortable catch. Very good bowling by Sreesanth.
Two wickets in the over. Ashwell Prince out for naught. 121 for 4. In the air, but it's raced away.
Full and wide, and when you bowl there to Herschel Gibbs, you're going to pay the price. He hit that very, very hard. Backward point, had no chance of catching this.
He goes hard. Lovely shot. No need to run for that.
I think from an Indian point of view, Rahul Dravid needs to make a change. He needs to get Kumble on and Zaire Khan at the same time.
Good stride. Head over the ball. Yeah, I'm with you. Zaire Khan has had a good tour.
Oh, Gibbs goes. Anil Kumble in his very first over.
Second ball from Kumble. Gibbs pushed at the first one, he pushed at the second, may have stopped on him. Or was it just a basic error from Herschel Gibbs? It is going India's way, you've got to say that. Let's not forget, playing in these conditions is tough. Mental tiredness sets in as well. That's my explanation for that shot. Oh, South Africa in a little spot of bother. It's 140 for 5.
Oh, he's hit across that. That's out. Boucher goes. South Africa just in a little bit of bother here. Of that, there is no doubt. India into the tail.
Perhaps time to give India credit. The bowlers have done the job. They've got balls in the right areas. Full and generally, as we've seen throughout the series, pretty straight. And once again, another batsman goes out LBW to the left arm bowling of Zaire Khan. That is definitely an area of concern and South Africa need to look at. Not quite sorting that out. Boucher, always reliable, gone for 8 though. 143 for 6.
Cut away. 4 valuable runs.
Brings up the 150 for South Africa. A rare loose delivery from Kumble, dragging it down and well spotted by Andrew Hall. Gets it away.
Well, that's the most extraordinary delivery. Clearly, just an error somewhere along the line. I don't know how quite it happened. Certainly the widest ball I've ever seen in Test cricket.
Just saying early, he doesn't waste too many deliveries, does he?
And it's such a good comment. This one got away from him.
That's edge. There's no third slip. There's no third man. So the South African lead goes past 250 now.
This is very galling for a bowler when you've beaten your man, all ends up playing well away from his body is Sean Pollock in the air for a considerable time and straight in the hole down to third man for 4.
Another no ball and he's put it away. He smacked that in front of mid-wicket.
Gee, that's a beauty. He's right onto it so quickly, Andrew Hall. He looks to come forward and then just rocks back and absolutely smites it. Look at the trigger movement forward. It just rocks back and the flip of the wrist and it races away in front of square, well in front of square.
Super on the Seva, continuing. That's a good shot. Over pitched. Nicely placed. Got his foot right out there to the pitch of the ball.
And these are very handy runs for South Africa. They had a little wobble when they lost all those 6 wickets, but now Pollock and Hall prepared to play their shots. Neat shot from Andrew Hall. That's well played. Right back onto his stumps and neatly tucked away by Sean Pollock. And it goes all the way. You don't have to power everything away to hit boundaries. Lovely shot.
It's because he got back in his crease. He had that time to just turn his wrists. He has to work on his fielding, Vikram Singh.
It's gone fine and we'll go for 4. Good start for Pollock.
South Africa have always been known for having batting depth, and how good it is for them to have a guy like Pollock walk in and Hall to walk in. He's on 20, Pollock goes to 21. Every innings in this match we've seen the tail wag. Shot. Well, it's still good for batting. The ball's about 51 overs old. That's not all that short. And he's pulled it in front of square for 4. 206 for 6.
This takes South Africa to 200.
Shot. Oh, that's a good shot. Just shows what a good time with the ball he is. It's not all that short. He's made this into a bit of width.
It's a crisp sound it made, didn't it? It's weight forward, and he hits it off the back foot in the end, but with a weight going forward. Shot. Oh, that's straight, isn't it? Yeah, very straight.
Andrew Hall is not happy. I've got a funny feeling he got a little scratch on this. He was given out, and then a good long stare at Asadrov. Or was it going down? I thought I heard two noises there.
It's the second decision that Asadrov was given with an indication from Hawkeye that it's scraping the leg stump. And that's what's made Hall a little grumpy. I don't blame him.
He goes again, and Tendulkar hardly moves. So he's throwing caution to the winds, Pollock.
And that's nicely steered away. Come off one of those thick edges of the bats that they have today, and it's going to race all the way down to third man for 4. So more runs. Morkel's look pretty composed out there. It's been a nice little partnership, this one too, between Morkel and Sean Pollock. 31 not out in the first innings, and here he is. Might be pushing for a little bit of promotion. Actually, it's interesting. Will he take over the all-rounders role? Poor old Andrew Hall, and might be relegated again if they feel he can bowl and bat well enough. There it goes, it's up in the air, there's somebody underneath it. Man, he's taken it. He's not the safest of fielders, and I don't think he'd been all that happy. He was up there a long time, but Vikram Singh is eventually taken, and the change of pace from Sehwag has brought about the undoing. And off they come. Graham Smith has decided enough's enough, and he wants to attack the top order of India. Neatly taken catch in the end. Sehwag gets a test wicket. Morkel departs, and so does Sean Pollock, who's played quite beautifully. He's 63 not out. 265 for 8, and the lead 353. It'll be a mighty task for India, a mighty task. They've got the batting, but it's not going to be an easy one for them.
That new ball for South Africa, it has to do the job. It was coming at some stage. I don't think anybody predicted it would come right now. And as he caught the Indians off guard, this will be a great opportunity for South Africa, really running here and put them under pressure. Whichever way, it's going to be exciting, and we do have a game on our hands. Big question to ask is how much cricket, in fact, we'll get today. And will it be the day to actually decide the matter?
A very entertaining session. 2 wickets for 73 in 16 overs. One of those was Andrew Hall for 21, and then Morne Morkel departed for 27. So the lower order doing the job, and in a reasonably quick time. Took South Africa 265 for 8. And Sehwag has got more test wickets in this game than test runs so far, so he's due. There it is. Good partnership at the top, then a wobble in the middle, and then Sean Pollock, Andrew Hall and Morne Morkel ensuring that South Africa have a healthy lead.
What a handy player Sean Pollock is, just weighing in with a very valuable 63. And a story of two halves. Good up front, and then towards the end of the innings, good partnerships again. And Morne Morkel, what a good test match he is having. Can he follow it up with a good bowling performance?
The bowlers all tried hard. It was very hot conditions. Srisanth the best. He got 4 wickets again. He's been a real find for India in this tour. Kumble economical as always. And Virender Sehwag nipping in for a wicket right at the death. There is the match summary. India need 354 to win.